السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. النهاردة هنتكلم عن القصة بتاعت الثالث إعدادي في الأو ليفل اللي هي بلاك بيوتي، وهنبدأ بشابتر 4. How was the house of Earl Smith at Herschel Park? طبعا it was big and modern. Who liked to ride Black Beauty at Herschel Park? مين اللي كان بيحب يركب Black Beauty? The Herschel daughter, Lady Anne, with her brother and cousin. Which horse was with Black Beauty during the ride? Ginger and sometimes the young horse Lizzie. What did Lady Smith always use Black Beauty for? She used him to pull carriages. What was Lady Smith fond of? كانت بتحب ايه مغرمة بايه؟ She liked the latest fashion. الموضة بتاعت الحصنة. What was the latest fashion for horses at that time? It was a special reins for horses. لجام معين أو مخصص للحصنة. What did the reins force the horses to do? They kept their heads high in the air. How were the reins for Ginger and Beauty? They were uncomfortable, although Lady Smith liked them. What is impossible for a horse to do? It is impossible for a horse to pull a carriage up a hill without his head down. When will Ginger do what they ask? If they don't tighten the reins more, she will do what they ask. How did Black Beauty see the home and people? He said the home was good and the people were good. What annoyed Ginger and Black Beauty during work? The reins were so bad and uncomfortable. What happened every day? They tightened the reins a little more, so it became more and more uncomfortable. What did Lady Smith decide one day? She decided to make the reins hold the heads of the horses up even higher. What did Ginger do when they could tighten the reins? She began to kick so hard. What happened to Ginger and Beauty when she began to kick hard? Both of them fell to the ground. What happened to Ginger and Beauty when they fell to the ground? They were both hurt or badly hurt. What happened to Black Beauty? His knees were badly damaged. Was the helper, York, happy about the special reins? No, he was angry, but he could do nothing. He was just a worker. How did York help the wounded horses? He washed their wounds with hot water. How long did it take the horses to recover? It took a long time. How did Ginger and Beauty spend their time while recovering? They were chatting. What was Earl Smith's decision about Ginger and Beauty? He said if they couldn't pull the carriage, he would sell them. So this means he didn't like them. Which horse could be sold easily, Ginger or Beauty? I think Beauty, because Ginger could kick hard. To whom was Beauty sold? He was sold to a man in the town of Bath. How was Beauty taken to Bath? He was taken on a train. How did Beauty follow Ginger or say goodbye to Ginger? He said bye-bye, goodbye. Where did the new owner live? He lived in a small house in the town. What did the people hire from Beauty's new owner in Bath? GA could hire horses for a day. Why did the new owner let bad drivers take Beauty? Because Beauty was a gentle horse, and he knew that he would behave well. What did some riders do? Some of them pulled the reins hard that it hurt Beauty's mouth. What didn't some riders understand? They didn't understand that a horse couldn't work when it had a stone in its foot. Why couldn't Beauty walk very fast one day? Okay, let's answer this question first. Because he had a stone in its foot and it was painful. Why did one of the riders complain that Beauty was a bad horse? Because he couldn't walk very fast. Were all the riders in Bath bad? No, some of them were very good riders. What did the good rider ask Beauty's owner? He asked him to buy Beauty, and of course he agreed. Who was the new owner in Bath, and who was his helper? He was Mr. Barry, and his helper was Filcher. What did the doctor advise Mr. Barry? He advised him to ride a horse to keep him healthy. How did Filcher change with Beauty? First, he gave him good food, but he began to give him less food every week. What happened to Beauty when Filcher gave him less food? Of course, he became hungry. He felt exhausted and very tired, and had less energy. What false information did Filcher give to Mr. Barry? He told him that horses often had less energy in the autumn. What did Mr. Barry's friend suggest? He suggested giving the horse some good food. What did Barry's friend advise him? He advised him to watch his helper, Filcher. Why did Barry's friend advise him to watch his helper? Because there were some men or people who would steal food, even from the animals. What did Filcher do with Beauty's food? He put most of it in a basket and took it home. Why did Filcher take most of the food home? Because his family kept rabbits. What did Barry do when he discovered that Filcher was a thief? He called the police and Filcher was arrested. What did Barry decide to do at the end? Of course, he decided to sell Beauty. Where was Beauty taken to be sold? He was taken to a market for horses. What did Beauty see in the market? He saw horses of all shapes and sizes. What worried Beauty in the market? He saw very thin horses and was worried to be like them one day. What did the men do to check Beauty? They opened his mouth, looked in his eyes, and felt his skin. Who did Beauty hope to be his owner? The man who felt his leg gently and spoke softly. What did the man tell Beauty? He told him that they would be good for each other. How much did the man pay for Beauty? He paid 24 pounds. Test yourself in or on chapter 4, match. Earlshall Park, Lady Anne, Lady Smythe, Ginger, let's read the next part, was not happy when they tightened her ring, liked to ride Beauty around the park. liked her horse with special saddles, liked her horses with special reins, was bigger than Birtwick Park. So, the first one, Herschel Park was bigger than Birtwick Park. Lady Anne liked to ride Beauty around the park. Lady Smythe liked her horse with special rein. Ginger was not happy when they tightened her rein. Okay, let's read question 2. York, Black Beauty, Mr. Barry, Filcher gave Beauty less food, traveled to Bath on a plane, knew a man who wanted a new horse, traveled to Bath on a train, rode a horse to keep him healthy. Okay, let's begin. York knew a man who wanted a new horse. Black Beauty traveled to Bath on a train. Mr. Barry rode a horse to keep him healthy. Filcher gave Beauty less food. Lady Smythe liked Mr. Barry was. Ginger began to kick hard. A horse would walk fast. Let's read number B. When they began to tighten the rein, when there was a stone in his foot, when he was given good food, a businessman, a new fashion for horses. So Lady Smythe liked new fashion for horses. Mr. Barry was a businessman. Ginger began to kick hard when they began to tighten the rein. A horse would walk fast when he was given good food. Number 2. If they tightened the rein, when Ginger started to kick, York was, it took the horses. Okay, number B. Gordon's helper. Ginger wouldn't do what they asked. A long time to recover. Earl Smythe's helper. She and Beauty fell to the ground. So, when Ginger started to kick, she and Beauty fell to the ground. If they tightened the rein, Ginger wouldn't do what they asked. York was Earl Smythe's helper. It took the horses a long time to recover. Beauty was given less food. Filcher said that. Barry's friend suggested that. Barry's friend advised him. Barry buy good food for the horse to watch his helper. Barry buy bad food for the horse. Horses had less energy in autumn, so he became hungry. Beauty was given, no, let's begin with number 2. Filcher said that horses had less energy in autumn, and he was a liar. Beauty was given less food, so he became hungry. Barry's friends advised him to watch his helper. Barry's friend suggested that Barry buy good food for the horse. At the market, Beauty was warned that at the market the man who bought Beauty paid £42. There were horses of all sizes and shapes, he might become thin one day, opened Beauty's mouth, paid 24 pounds. So at the market, there were horses of all shapes. Beauty was worried that he might become thin one day. At the market, the men opened Beauty's mouth. The man who bought Beauty paid 24 pounds. إذا عجبك الفيديو نرجو الاشتراك في القناة وتفعيل زر الجرس ليصلك كل جديد. شكرا لمشاهدتكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. من فضلكم subscribe please.